So the other day I was talking about this weirdly awesome story about a guy named Gideon and how God gave him and his 300 men a trumpet, a empty pitcher, and a torchlight to go up in battle against an impossible to count number of army. Now I thought that was weird, but if you think that was weird, hang on a second. Like, this gets even more weird and deeper. So that same night, I was studying and I stumbled on First John chapter 1, verse 4, and it reads, "In him was the life, and the life was the light of men." Hold on a second, light of men. So I'm thinking, light of men. Okay, wait. So I pause and I read again. "In him was the life, and the life was the light of men." So I know at this point you're probably thinking like, oh, hold on, how does that relate with the story of Gideon? Ernest, you're probably forcing something here. And if that's your thoughts, you're probably right, hold on. But then I flip further in the scriptures and I come across 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 6 and 7. And it reads, God made his light. God made his light. God made his light to shine in our hearts. But we have this treasure in jars of clay. God made his light to shine in our hearts, but we have this treasure in jars of clay. It's obvious the jars of clay is referring to our body, and then the light is talking about the light of God in us. So, well, if you haven't caught up yet, here's what tickled me. The pitcher that Gideon used was made of clay, and it was empty. And they had to put the torchlight inside the empty jar of clay. Aha. So, interesting. So this whole battle had nothing to do with the people of Gideon. It had everything to do with the revelation of Christ in us. Why do I say that? Because it says that Gideon had to break the pitcher. The pitcher had to be broken, because that's what I'm thinking. Like, why do they have to break the pitcher? If the pitcher was just there to conceal the light, they could have just removed the pitcher, tossed it away. Why did they have to break the pitcher? Right. So the jar had to be broken for the light to be seen. I think this is powerfully symbolic. I don't know, like, let me know your thoughts and what do you guys think? Maybe I'm just forcing this, or let me know what you guys think.